Hey guys, Rich here from Tacoma Network, and today we'll be installing a set of Baja Designs Squadron 2.0s as ditch lights on my 2022 Toyota Tacoma TRD Off-Road 4x4. If you haven't already done so, check out my unboxing of the new Squadron 2.0. Link is in the upper right hand corner of this video. So stick around while I show you how to install these new lights, tips and tricks, removing the hood brackets by yourself, wiring plans for a light controller, output shots, and how to control the new backlight feature. Here's some items I gathered for the install. A set of Cali-raised LED low-profile ditch light brackets, the new Squadron 2.0 brackets, and the stainless steel hardware that came with the lights. Bell-metric black stainless Torx screws for the bezel. Bell-metric black stainless security Torx for the brackets. Baja Designs rock guards. Custom decals for the rock guard. A selection of 4-pin Deutsch connectors. Baja Designs 2-to-1 splitter for the new Squadron 2.0s. 14-gauge 3-conductor wire. And finally, a set of Baja Designs Squadron 2.0 Pros. Some tools needed for the install are a ratchet and 10mm, 12mm, and 9/16 inch sockets, 9/16 inch wrench, Phillips screwdriver, 4mm Allen wrench, T20 Torx driver and 2.5mm Allen wrench, Deutsch plug crimpers, wire strippers, and wire cutters. Let's start by swapping the stainless steel hardware on the bezel. I try to keep my truck blacked out as possible, being lunar rock, so I wanted to ditch the stainless steel silver screws around the bezel. These bell-metric screws are stainless steel and then black oxide coated. I used a 2.5mm Allen wrench to remove the stock screws and a T20 Torx wrench to reinstall the screws one at a time, while using some blue thread lock just for fun. They look great with that little detail. I applied some custom decals to the new 2.0 rock guards, keeping with a little red theme I have going through the truck. The rock guards have a good snap to them, so they shouldn't fall off. Let's do some pre-install of the two brackets, as the low-profile Cali-raised brackets leave little to no room to get to that large screw and nut once installed. Note that these brackets are labeled passenger and driver. With the included hardware, grab the large screw, washers, and lock nut through the Baja Designs bracket and into the Cali-raised bracket, and tighten down with a 9/16 wrench and ratchet. They don't have to be fully positioned, but lightly tightened for now. Let's pop the hood and get these installed. I'm installing by myself, so I thought of using some yoga blocks between the hood and the windshield as a safety net, and covering the fender with a beach towel since there's metal brackets and tools in the area. I first used some blue painter's tape to mark the existing hood brackets, so we can verify they're in the same position when we tighten these back down. You'll just want to have a straight lineup on the two sides and on the top of the bracket. This will keep your hood lined up with your fenders and prevent damaging anything. You can also use a Sharpie, but the tape is removable. Being by myself, I was nervous about unbolting the hood, but it went well. The yoga block did well, and I also provided support with my other hand. I loosened the two bolts with a 12mm wrench, and then removed them by hand carefully, watching the hood and the bracket. I placed the Cali-raised bracket on top of the hood bracket and hand screwed the two bolts in, all while keeping the bracket as lined up as possible. I double-checked the lineup against the tape and used a 12mm wrench to slowly tighten up the bracket, using equal torque from one bolt to the next, and double-checking. I lowered the hood and did a quick check of the hood line, and all was good. The bracket seemed to not move at all. Do this step carefully as it could damage your hood or your fenders. Repeat the process on the passenger side now. Now, since the new Squadron 2.0s have captured lock nuts, I realized that keeping the nuts in place might be a problem. But here's an easy tip or trick. I place a little grease on the lock nut, which will keep it in place while I mount the lights. With a 4mm hex wrench, start tightening the included bolts through the bracket, into the light housing, and into the lock nut. You will have to place some pressure with a finger on the lock nut during the process, and that might be a little awkward, but I got it done. I did position these facing forward for now, so I can position them at night to get them at a level height. They're looking pretty good. Now for the wiring, I decided to keep the wire from the light against the outside of the truck along the fender. This will prevent it from getting crimped by the hood hinge. I added the 2-to-1 splitter to the driver's side and tucked it nicely under the plastic trim. Now I have this one going to the S-Pod and this one going to the passenger side. I needed a patch cord to go from the passenger light to the 2-to-1 splitter. I already had a 4-pin connector on and just laid it across to measure and cut. I measured twice and cut once. To learn how to connect a Deutsch connector, check out this video in the upper right hand corner. Here's a quick wiring harness overview. For the wiring, I have a patch cord from the passenger light to the splitter, with this side going to the driver light, and then this one from the splitter going to the S-Pod light controller. Just need to cut that one to size. With everything installed, zip tied, and wire loomed, it's time to hook this up to my S-Pod. Off with the cover. I'm going to install the ditch lights on switch 3 and the backlight on switch 4. I installed the positive and negative to switch 3 and the yellow or backlight wire to the positive on switch 4. Lastly, just gotta label the switch. I went in and programmed switch 3 as my ditch lights and switch 4 as my backlight on my S-Pod controller. All of this copied over to the Bluetooth app as well. Adding the covers was easy and keeps a stealth look during the daytime. I also really like the Cali-Ray's low profile position, as these lights are tucked in nicely into the windshield. For the backlight feature, to cycle through the colors, just simply toggle the switch on and off somewhat quickly. Once you pick a color you like, just turn the backlight switch off, and now anytime you turn it on, it'll remember the last color option. During the daytime, the backlight feature is barely noticeable, with some colors standing out a bit more than others. Nighttime is a different story, and they light up nicely. Of course, some colors might be illegal depending on your state laws. I'll probably direct wire these to my headlights in the near future though. I think I'll stick with the neutral color for now as the backlight. They seem to mark the corners of the truck nicely and provide some good auxiliary lights. Well, that is until you turn on the Squadron 2.0 Pros. Wow, those things are bright. I live in the city, so it was hard to find a dimly lit area, but this semi-dark parking lot will do. I do have these pointed forward for the video, so no hate in the comments please. Looking out my windshield, I'll show you what I see with just the headlights and the low beam setting, and now with the Squadron 2.0 Pros. It's pretty much daylight in front of my truck now. It's hard to judge on the screen, but in person it's ridiculous. Back to headlights, and now the 2.0 Pros again. And yes, you can have on the backlights and switch on the Squadron 2.0s overriding the backlight. From above, you can see just how bright these are. I still have to optimize the direction of these ditch lights, but they're blinding if you're head on. Bird's eye above the truck, you can see the output into the tree area. Once again, the video just not doing this justice versus in person. But you can see when I toggle them on and off. Driving at night on darker roads, they light up everything. You can really see the difference between just headlights and then adding the Squadron 2.0 Pros. I was driving, filming, and trying to toggle the ditch lights on and off while not blinding someone that was coming head on. Well, that's it. My full install and output shots of the new Baja Designs Squadron 2.0 Pros. They really upped the game with the backlight feature, the overall design of the new lights, and of course the ridiculous light output. But what are your thoughts? Are you in the market for some ditch lights? What truck or Jeep are you mounting them on? Drop a comment on down below. If you like the video, there's a button for that, and subscribe, it's free. Finally, my name is Rich. Thanks for watching.